Starburns Audio.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Panty Pods,
aka Two Guys No Lies,
aka Two Dudes No Judes, aka Two Dudes Talking News, Tudes, Views, and Moods, Spews and Lewds, Skews, and Nudes. That was Doug Culp,
Douglas Culp
at Dougathon.
Thank you, brother. Thank you guys for chiming in. Thank you for the community.
I love our
calling out each other,
our AKA community, and the fact that you guys are a community together. Send them in. Hashtag AKA Sklar. We'll know the latest one, and you can send them to us, and we'll read them on the show. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're still enjoying this podcast and that it hits you in the right spot. When
if you haven't rated it and reviewed it, please do that.
That helps us a bunch. If you go to Apple or wherever you get your podcast, just give it a 5-star rating and review it because it lets people know about it and lets people. And we want to expand it. We want it to grow because we're putting a lot of work into this, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yep.
We got a good story to start things off. Let's jump right in.
Okay, look, we get it. The pandemic is a tough time for everyone romantically.
I don't know how people are starting relationships up in the pandemic.
I mean,
that
if you're
to me
single, if it's got to be so tough. And getting down with people, that has to be nearly impossible.
Well,
and
it's life-threatening on some
it is
level.
potentially life-threatening or even more life-threatening than normal.
Yeah.
Honestly, he at least he's COVID free could be the new version of at least he has a job.
Yeah. That's
It's the new low bar.
It's the, hey.
For meeting someone at a bar. Hey, look, he's 40 and he's married to someone else, but at least, he's never eaten a bat before. So now that becomes the new thing.
I haven't seen him hit anybody. That's
the new version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got several priors, so that's a negative. Hey, you know what else is negative? His latest COVID test. So I'm meeting up with him later tonight.
There you go.
Right? I mean,
works.
that's the thing.
That 100% works, and that is the new normal as far as dating is concerned.
Now, if you're married or in a relationship and you have kids in your house, that's just
Good luck.
Forget about it. Everyone is with everyone all the
Get
time.
a top lock.
There's
on
not
your door.
a lot of room for privacy and intimacy. All that said, it's probably not a great idea to be your most sexually active on the side of a busy road in the middle of the afternoon. I think that's what we know. Like, even if this is a moment where you're like, hey, we found a spot where we can do this, maybe check your surroundings is all I'm saying.
But where would something like this take place, Jason?
Florida ran.
There you go.
Where else would it happen?
Here we go.
As motorists drove past them Saturday afternoon on Shabbat.
Come on.
A Florida couple engaged in a series of sex acts on the side of the road.
It's the whole series. They didn't just do one.
Right.
They
They did
how you like to binge the whole series.
They binged the whole sex series on the side of the road.
Season 7 of Alone, only this was season 7 of Together. All 9 episodes.
It was a lewd display that landed them behind bars.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I guess she's psyched that the article called them a couple.
Yeah, he was sort of pumping the brakes on like,
He keeps saying, hey, we'll see about that.
I'm seeing her,
And she's like, but the Orlando Sentinel said we're a couple. I'm going with that. I'm going with the Sentinel.
He's like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Orlando Sentinel.
According to a felony criminal, he's like, thanks a lot, Orlando
Thanks a lot.
Sentinel. Now I got to
Jesus.
deal with that. According to a felony criminal complaint, quote, many drivers observed Amber Gormley.
Including Mini Driver.
Yes.
I would have put Mini Driver amongst those many drivers.
Amber Gormley, 39 and holding.
And Holden.
Oh, Amber.
Yeah,
Amber,
we got ourselves an Amber Alert.
Yes.
Literally on the highway, we've got an Amber Alert.
There's almost no way that her life in Amber in Florida wouldn't have ended up at this place.
No,
Am I
this
right?
is all paths lead to you performing a series of sex acts on the side of a
road
highway.
with the great Sean McClellan, 30.
Wow, rocking the
cradle.
cradle. Rock the cradle of love.
Maybe she was his high school teacher. She was 36.
He was a 27-year-old high school senior.
True love. It's true love.
Well, they're both consenting adults at that point.
Well, and they just needed a shoulder on a road to just consummate their
cry upon?
Yes, to cry and consummate their love.
I don't know.
Sex next to the road, by the way, gives a whole new meaning to the phrase adopting a highway.
Folks, it's a very lengthy process.
All right, the couple knocked boots next to a roadway in Largo, which is a city near the Tampa Bay area. So is this kind of like the Busch Gardens, like animal reserve?
Look, and as you can see, two Floridians mating
Right.
to the right.
Instead of two cheetahs mating, you can see two cheaters mating. Because
I'm assuming they're both in other
they're
relationships.
in relationships, right, with other people.
Both of them are married with grandkids.
Yeah,
At
30
this,
and
39 and 30, probably.
Gormley
Had
and
a kid when you were 15. Your 15-year-old just had a baby. 30.
Gormley and McClellan, which is of course
It's the new Rizzoli Niles.
were spotted, cops say, around 2:45 p.m.
PM. 2:45 p.m.
in an open area location of a busy area where all drivers could have seen them having intercourse.
Talk about rubbernecking.
Right. That is the only rubber that was being used at the time.
That's
Folks.
probably- there we go.
And of course, 2:45 right around the time when kids are coming home from school. So
Perfect
that's
time.
A great call.
Yeah, witching hour.
One motorist said he observed McClellan performing oral sex on Gormley as well as certain penetrative acts.
You must have been watching very.
I'm sure traffic slowed down to a doggy style crawl
That's
to
right.
catch this one. And people were probably like lining up to give like intensely specific eyewitness
Oh
accounts.
yeah, there are a lot of people willing to give
He
quotes on this.
appeared to have her in a reverse cowgirl, and she appeared to be into it, but it's hard to say, and I don't
He
really
was
know her
performing a
proclivity.
rusty trombone on
And
her.
I don't know her sexual proclivity. Everyone's like, all right,
Yeah,
that's
it's just-
all you had to say was sexual acts. And we
All
got
I
it.
do know is she probably considered them a couple.
All right. Following the pair's arrest, McClellan reportedly confirmed that he had oral sex and engaged in the alleged digital pursuits.
Digital pursuits.
Digital pursuits could also describe someone starting a YouTube page.
Or trying to monetize their TikTok channel.
Which, by the way, we are on TikTok and
Yes.
we are also on YouTube.
Please watch and
Follow our digital pursuits.
Or just figuring out how to sign up for Parler. That might be digital
That
pursuits.
might be it as well.
I'm assuming it's
according
too.
to both parties, the police reported the sexual activity was all consensual. And I think that's a good thing. So
And let us just be clear here. They are not unattractive people.
they are not unattractive, but which is surprising. I mean, it is Florida.
Yeah.
For all we know, these people could have easily been in their mid-60s.
And toothless.
Gormley and McClellan were charged with lewd and lascivious exhibition, a felony, and booked into the county jail on $10,000 bond.
Wow.
Doesn't that feel like high for
That
what they were
feels
doing?
high and at the same time too low.
Almost as high as they were probably
Yeah.
when they were doing it. Thankfully, he was engaging in digital pursuits that once monetized will be able to cover some of
That's
the
going to
bond.
offset the bond on
Some of the
level.
bond, $10,000.
People like seeing it happening on the side of the road.
So he was also hit with a misdemeanor charge of possession of synthetic marijuana.
Oh.
So is that because it was synthetic? I don't know. Is marijuana legal in Florida? I don't know
It
that.
should be.
And unlawful possession of a 39-year-old woman's heart.
That's-
Because he stole her heart
He
straight
took
out
it.
from underneath her.
She had no idea that was coming.
It is kind of funny, though, that like meth makes you break into someone's house and try to steal their stuff.
Synthetic marijuana
Just makes you have like
sex on the side of the road.
consensual sex.
Perform numerous acts out in the open.
Could it be considered roadside assistance? I do wonder if that's what
It's a
called.
roadside job of some sort is
Yeah.
happening at this point.
Gormley-
He jacked her up a little bit.
He did.
He
Gormley's-
jacked her up, checked under the hood,
Check the hood,
put the dipstick in, took
kick
it out,
the tires.
kicked the tires.
Gormley's rap sheet includes convictions for theft,
Good.
narcotics possession,
Thank you.
obstruction.
Okay.
Obstruction of what? I don't know.
Obstruction of her.
Possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of burglary tools.
What's that?
Burglary tools.
Crowbar.
She's also facing a pending possession of methamphetamine charges.
Of course.
She's a keeper.
She is.
This is a dynamite gal.
39 and holding.
McClellan was convicted in 2018 on a misdemeanor theft charge for stealing cat litter and peppermint tea from a Walmart.
It's
My favorite detail. of
Cat
the story.
litter.
And peppermint tea. That might be the best detail in this whole story.
It's the old cat litter and peppermint tea.
Heist that we've all heard about. So
That was the plot of Ocean's 14.
So he stole kitty litter and peppermint tea from Walmart. Like, is he a 57-year-old widow? Like a shut-in?
well, I mean, that's, again, from her perspective, that's a keeper.
In her ballpark. So look, if you're going to steal from Walmart, you either go big or you go home. You get that kitty litter.
And then you get that
this-
peppermint tea, and then you bolt.
So when I first read about that, my
Yeah.
first thought was like, wait, if you heat up kitty litter to a certain degree, does
You
that
can make
give
meth. I'm sure that's
So I
probably what
looked it up, and of course it does. It makes
Yeah.
a drug called MCAT, meow meow, or methadone.
Methadone, fun times.
It is fun times.
Fun
So,
times.
sex on the side of the road is the least of this guy's transgressions.
That's right.
If anything, he was being COVID safe. He was doing it outside with someone, fine, intimately.
By the way, avoiding the intimacy of a closed room and droplets just being hanging around in the air.
but he could have picked maybe a better spot than right outside the off ramp near a Stuckey's.
Yeah, they're probably woods.
Yeah.
because no one needs to see you giving her your pecan log.
Right? Not outside of a Stuckey's. The other thing might be is they're close to the highway because I think there are alligators everywhere in
Yeah,
Florida.
you know, anytime
so-
there's a ditch and there's any standing water, I'm assuming there's 6 alligators in there.
Probably 6 alligators. So maybe they were just trying to be safe too. If they were
Outside of a Stuckey's and things got a little sticky.
yeah, sticky at a Stuckey's might be their MO. All right, that's the first story.
That's our first story down the bus.
Look, COVID will make you do some crazy things.
It really will. And when we come back from the break, we've got a story that also takes place in Florida.
Disney World.
If anybody's going to Disney World right now, just expect the worst. That's what this story is about. We'll be right back with more Sklar Country, the Virus Edition, right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. December 12th is the Christmas office party of sorts of ours. If you're not going to a Christmas party this year, COVID is locking stuff down. Let us give you a night out in your home. The last couple that we've done have been epic, and this one is going to be amazing. We've got some of the best podcasters around, the Dollop guys, Dave Anthony, Gareth Reynolds. They're incredible. They're
unbelievable riffers. They're genetically designed to kill this show.
So we do Dumb People Town, and it's like the dumb stories that happened today. They do dumb stories in history.
They're not just dumb stories, but historical stories, and they break them down and they riff on them. They're
in the
perfect
most
for the
beautiful
show.
way. Mac Lethal is our musical guest. Again, go to eventbrite.com, look up Live Dumb People Town, get your tickets now because they're selling. We're selling a handful every single day, and it's going to be sold out. So we want you to be a part of it. Join the pre-show hang or the post. I think the post show is getting close to
It's
getting
almost sold out. Yeah.
So join the pre-show hang, the post-show hang. We're going to be selling posters to raise money for 2 charities, a senior charity and a children's charity.
Posters and T-shirts.
Yeah,
it's going to be a
fun.
great way for you to be a part of something special
And
give
do
a little
something
for
great
the
for the
holiday
holidays.
season,
I love it.
and you'll feel great.
So check that out, and then check out our YouTube page, Sklar Country. We've got great stuff, old Cheap Seats episodes.
Subscribe to that, and then also our Facebook page, Sklar Brothers. We're putting up old stand-up clips with some commentary on it and some other cool things.
So much fun. Just tool around, watch the videos, and that helps us a great deal. And it's enjoyment for you. If you're sitting around in quiet moments, this is a great thing to sort of take your mind off the fact that the president isn't leaving.
Okay.
All right. We say this a lot on the show.
And we've the fact that we said it more than once is
In the past 9
disturbing.
months, we've said it a bunch. Who is still going to Disneyland or Disney World?
You don't have to go right now.
Wait for a vaccine, and then you can go. You
It's
really
still gonna
don't.
be there.
It's still going to be there. I don't care if the lines are super short for the new Star Wars ride.
And by super short, we mean 6 hours long.
That's right. That
Even
is
in
super
COVID,
short.
I think they're going to be that long.
They're just going to make you, even if there's only one person in front of you, you got to wait 3 hours.
You don't have to go to Disney World. You don't have to go to Disneyland because you just know it's not a place where you need to be right now.
You know how it is at Disney World and Disneyland right now. People don't wear masks. And
if they're out there right now, they don't believe COVID's an issue. That you just know that as a fact. Just know that
many
about the
people will
population.
get COVID at Disney
people who
World.
don't give a fuck about cleanliness or safety.
It's
and,
those people and crazy people.
right.
So the crazy people are at Disneyland
Like,
and Disney World right now.
Disney
too.
World right now is like a Hooters at 3 a.m.
Right, on New Year's Eve.
Crazy.
Nothing good can happen there, and a fight will start at any moment, like what this gentleman did in our next story. And I say gentleman very loosely.
Yes.
In an apparent drug-induced rage, that's what's happening at Disney World right now.
Jesus Christ.
A South Florida man attacked a Disney security guard at Animal Kingdom's Dinoland, USA. What is Dinoland? Is that like country music band of velociraptors? I don't know what Dinoland is.
Or like dinosaurs that are MAGA dinosaurs. They want to make America like great
don't
again.
know.
If it's Dinoland USA,
The
then it
USA
means-
is throwing me
it
off.
Jingoistic
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
According to
a
the
Stegosaurus that doesn't believe in like
science?
free science. Yes.
We're not going to become extinct, is what these dinosaurs say.
It's a triceratops that thinks the world is flat.
There you go. How many people, to me, so basically this is according to an Orange County check, how many people thought this was part of Dinoland?
Yeah.
That
This fight?
The fight is like, this is part of the acting
So
that's
like
happening.
in Star Wars, you can go up and you can like sword fight, which I highly recommend someone watching that little kid, the 4-year-old kid who starts like
going nuts.
lightsabering against and defeating like 2 stormtroopers and then takes on Darth Vader. It's a really amazing,
amazing.
video. But at the same time, people think this is part of the quote unquote show. This is like Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey, this pirate got a little too drunk and got out of costume. And now he's fighting this guy.
He's now not wearing pants, and now they're fighting. Well, which could happen. Like, how many parents tried to say, This guy's trying to make that security guard extinct during this whole thing.
So if you're a parent and you see a fight going on and there's nowhere really for you to go with your kids,
you maybe have to say this is part of the act.
You got to pivot.
James Arvid, 19, of Pompano Beach, was arrested and charged with battery on a security guard, a third-degree felony, according to the Orange Circuit Court records. He has pled not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Even though we have many eyewitnesses, we know exactly what happened.
He tackled the guy and put him in a headlock, as we'll soon learn.
And he's 19.
By the way, you can't really pull a Shaggy on the Shaggy defense on that, which, by the way, I think Shaggy should be the Sixth Amendment. You know, you plead the Fifth, which means I'm not going to incriminate myself by testifying.
So
in any
pleading
way.
the Sixth would be everyone saw me do it,
but it wasn't me.
I'm just going to say it wasn't me.
Your Honor, my client here pleads the Shaggy.
Wasn't me.
Pleads the Fifth.
Wasn't me.
Yes, there is video footage of him at Disney World tackling a security guard, but with respect to the law, the Sixth Amendment, he is claiming was me. We do not tolerate violence of any kind on our property and appreciate those, including Orange County Sheriff's Office deputies, who quickly came to the aid of this cast member. So this is where I was like, wait a minute. He's not a security guard, but he's playing a security guard in Dinoland.
Yeah, I don't get that.
People probably went up to him thinking he is a security guard.
Right.
And just the fact that he is playing a character that is a security guard
means he doesn't have the abilities to take someone down.
He hasn't trained a security guard.
He's not a security
guard.
He's
just wearing a security guard outfit.
Plays one on TV.
So he's the perfect target for someone to tackle. Erica Ettori said. She's a Disney spokeswoman. Wait, this to me is so beyond. Like
I don't remember a security guard in any of the Disney movies.
Like The Little Mermaid. Remember when the security guards helped the crab?
Hands off.
Hands off the crab there. Let's keep everything under the sea. Right?
Look, if you don't have the right shoes to go under the sea, so you got to wait outside.
The scene unfolded in the middle of the afternoon, of course, right? This is what's happening on this episode. Everything's happening in the middle of the afternoon because it's drug-induced on October 25th, according to
So well into the COVID lockdown.
Yeah. The uniformed 41-year-old Disney security guard. Disney security guard. So wait, is he a character or is he a security guard? They have now gone back and forth so many times. Does he know how to do security?
Clearly he doesn't.
On patrol, he was on patrol in the Dinoland USA area when Arvid tackled him from behind, put him in a headlock, and held him down, but the guard still managed to radio for help. That's unbelievable.
That's pretty sweet.
You're in a headlock, and you can still, while you're being choked out.
I'm calling for security.
So he was uniformed guard of the dinosaur? Is he guarding the dinosaurs? Jay, I'm so confused on this
It's really confusing. They're not clear about who
he was
is
dressed
and
up
what
in
he's
a
doing.
Everything is confusing about this, including, okay, can he make a park arrest? That's my question. Can he, Jay?
Like if he sees a drug deal going down in front of the Mummy, can he do something?
The Mummy is universal, and that's why. Prostitution ring happens in front of like Splash Mountain. Can he do that?
Yeah.
Eventually, theme park guests noticed what was happening and pulled Arvid off and subdued him until law enforcement, quote unquote, subdued him. So you know what that means.
Like if
everyone who walks by gets a kick into this guy.
If you saw a guy on the ground,
if I saw a guy tackle someone, I'd give him a kick.
One kick to
everyone. Get kids. Everybody get in here.
Kids,
get a kick.
go over there. And
who wants to kick him?
You guys want to kick a guy?
He just tackled someone innocently. Everybody, kids, going.
We'll stay in line while you guys go over and kick him in the teeth.
Everyone give him a kick, and then we're going to go.
We're holding the place in line. Kids, go over there and kick him in the teeth, and then come back.
Then we're going to go do the teacups. Okay. The ordeal left the guard with 2 bloody cuts on his elbow, but that's it.
That's all.
2 bloody cuts on the elbow. He got tackled.
Yep.
He got headlocked, and he got held down, and he called security.
Not enough people kicked him in the teeth. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's the security guard who's down.
Oh,
got the 2 cuts. I don't know what happened to this other guy. The guests, I mean, that's what happened. The guests, to me, should have just continued rabbit punching Arvid over and over again while in the kidneys while he's over again.
Give him kidney failure.
Again, I'm going to put it to you this way. If you are at Disney World now,
today, in the past few weeks,
if you've been in at least one fight in the last 3 years.
Yes.
If you're at Disney World today, you are estranged from at least 3 of your relatives.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
If you're at Disney World today, you told your boss that you have the Rona, and you're still going to post pictures on your Facebook of you at Disney World today.
Yes.
If you're at Disney World today, you've gotten drunk and fallen off It's a Small World twice in the same ride.
If you're at Disney World today, you've peed not in a bathroom at a Trader Joe's.
If you are at Disney World today, you've definitely taken acid and then taken a run at a character who may or may not be a security guard at Dinoland USA.
That's right.
For Disneyland. That is what you do.
If you're at Disneyland today, you've definitely thrown a gun at a baby.
Right. You did this to the security guard because he walked at you funny.
Yeah.
Who walks at people funny? I don't even understand that.
Walked weird in my direction.
The deputy sheriff described Arvid
Don't
as
you dare walk at me.
the deputy sheriff described Arvid as bloody, sweating profusely, non-responsive to commands, and
compulsively kicking his legs, I think.
compulsively kicking his legs. So basically, like any of a number of kids who have just come off Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
And it's not a wild ride. It is the least wild ride.
He was whacked out on drugs.
You're driving through a library. It's stupid.
So it's safe to say that most of the kids at Disney World and Disneyland throwing temper tantrums behave like they've just taken a ton of LSD.
Look, I get it. Okay, when you're at Disney World, even if you're not on drugs, you're mad. You're like, I waited an hour and a half to
Why
go on
did
Mr.
we do
Toad's
that?
ride. I
So
waited
many
an hour
people-
because then at some point it becomes this is every day at Disney for everyone who's at Disney. There's a point where you're like, how many rides have we been on? And how much did this cost? And while you're standing in line, you start doing the calculations. What are we paying per ride?
$36 a
Per
ride.
ride. That's what you do. And you're like, okay, we've got 3 hours left. How do we get that number down to $10? Because you know you're going to be spending dumb money on food. You know you're going to be spending dumb money on gifts at the
gifts.
gift shop because you got to
Yep.
walk through the gift shop. You got to exit through the gift shop.
That's it.
So there you go. It's all about trying to bring down. So then you start to get mad at the lines because you're like, I don't even want to be on this ride, but it's going to help me take me
It's
from
shorter.
36 down to 28.
There you go. It appeared James was in a state of excited delirium and unexpected strength, the sheriff reported.
Unexpected strength is meth strength.
He was restrained on a stretcher, it's LSD, and taken to a hospital in celebration. He wasn't taken to a hospital in celebration of what he did. He was taken to a hospital in Celebration, Florida,
Yes.
which is the town that's connected to Disney World.
Celebration.
I can't think of a worse name. It was like in The Simpsons where they showed that they do New Year's Eve every night, and just the people who have to do that and put that. You don't want to do New Year's Eve.
Where
every
do you
night.
live? Celebration, Florida. Then why do you look so sad?
Yeah, because I live in Celebration, frickin' Florida. I took LSD and tried to kill someone, Arvid later told the nurse, but he could not remember anything else that happened in the park, according to the report.
That
Yeah,
should be on his Bumble dating profile.
that's right.
app.
Again, so he was like a 6-year-old at Disney World after being there a whole day in the heat, delirious,
Kicking his legs.
tried to kill someone, saw things that other people didn't, and can't remember what he did.
Right.
That's every 6-year-old, right? You have a 6-year-old, Jay.
I
You
do.
understand.
After like 7 cotton candies, that's how they are.
An emergency room doctor told authorities Arvid showed signs of heat stroke, alcohol use, and drug use, which could lead to aggression and heightened mental state. And it appears he was at the park alone. That's what you expect when you go to Disney World today.
A 19-year-old dude on his own at Disney is trouble.
By the
That
way,
is trouble.
That's what's roaming around Disney right now. A bunch of solo dudes out drinking, not drinking enough water, taking LSD. That's what, and they want to throw hands on anyone, an animal, a security guard, a fake security guard.
Maybe
That's-
your kids.
Arvid said that he was unable to talk when said he was unable to talk when reached for comment on Monday. His attorney did not immediately respond to the comment. But
He is an
again,
attorney. Also, like,
Entered
was
a
he
not
unable to
guilty
talk
plea.
because he cannot speak about it, or because he's still messed up on drugs?
I don't know. Like, this guy isn't going to accept the results of his reality either. Hey, if it's good enough for the president, then it's good enough for these guys. I'm innocent. That guard came at me. Did
Take
he
him
come
to
at
jail.
you?
Throw the guard in jail.
The main takeaway is that Disney World doesn't need to be a stop on anyone's vacation list.
Nope, not right now. Wait.
Until a vaccine has been fully distributed and we know that it works. All right. And a common set of facts can be agreed upon by everyone. That's the next time you go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Even then, it's a risk, and it's weird, and it's uncomfortable, and there will be many moments of fear and doubt and anger, but at least you're a little bit safer.
And that's a show.
There you go.
Guys, let's have a good one. We will see you tomorrow. It's Friday. Just stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. We love you. Wear a mask. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.